Welcome back. I'm Gary, and the shortcuts I'm going to teach you today helped me to get here. So if you're new to this whole world of making content, or you're thinking about getting into it and you're worried about, I don't have enough time, trust me, with what I'm going to teach you here, you're going to have enough time. Oh, and by the way, it doesn't really matter which editing platform you use, DaVinci, Final Cut, Premiere, CapCut, it's irrelevant. These things will work everywhere. So let's get into it. Here we are, I'm inside DaVinci, and the first one I'm going to teach you is split. So if I click on a clip that I want to cut in half, I press S. S for split. It's right there, it's on my left hand. Perfect. By the way, if you are a DaVinci editor, you want to know this. If you click on the clip and then press S, it just splits that one thing. If you click away from the clip, so nothing is selected, and press S, it cuts across the whole timeline. Next up is select all clips forward of the playhead. Let's say I want to put a big gap just before this clip. I just press A for all, and that has selected all the clips forward. You can see they're all red. I can make as big a gap as I want. Handy. I use it all the time. And since they're all selected, the next one is D, which is delete. Now they're gone. The default delete key is delete or backspace, which is way over on the other side of the keyboard. I'm not typing an essay. My hand is on the mouse. I'm not going to leave the mouse to come and press the delete button, which I use all the time. So it's D for delete. And I'm going to delete this gap by pressing D after I click on it. Easy. Okay, let's talk about zooming in and out. I have it assigned to 1 and 2 on the keyboard because zooming in and out is something you're going to do a lot. So I have 1 is zoom in and 2 is zoom out. Also, if you want to zoom to fit the entire timeline, which I do a lot as well, I press Z to fit the entire timeline, and it toggles between the zoom level you were at and the whole timeline, so you can quickly flick backwards and forwards just to see where you are. That's a useful one. 2 left, and they're both awesome. First one is ripple, specifically ripple delete. Normally what people would do is, and what I did in the past, is you would cut a clip and then you would select this one and you delete it because you don't want it, and then you click again and you delete the gap. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 buttons between keyboard and mouse. If I want to delete from the red line to the end of the clip, I press W. Done. 5 just became 1. Game changer. And if I want to go from the red line back to the start of the clip, we press Q. So Q is to the start, and W is to the end. I use them all the time. It's way faster than pressing S, D, click, click, click. And the last shortcut is to do with these assets in this media bin. You can see here, there's this 2 AI prompts folder, and inside it, you got these 6 or 7 things. When you put new images, music, video files into your actual folders on your computer, I just wish that it magically perfectly worked all the time and this just updated. It seems so basic, so obvious. And there is even a shortcut here. If you right click, automatically resync media files. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. But something that always works for me is doing it manually. Resync media files. And you can see I have assigned it to be tab. So let me show you it in action. I'm going to take a picture of my dog and I'm going to drag it into the folder called 2 AI prompts and let go. So it's in the folder now, but back in DaVinci, nothing has changed, even though automatically resync media files is ticked. I don't get it. Someone help me out. So what I do is I press tab, bam, there it is. That is a game changer. Before I was going through the process basically twice. I was putting all of my B-roll and my assets and my sound effects into a folder, and then I was coming in here, right click, import media, and then going and finding all those files in those folders and manually adding them. This way I just hit the tab key and it's done. Now the last thing I need to teach you is, where do I put these? How do I actually make them shortcuts? On DaVinci, you go up to the top menu bar, click on DaVinci and hit keyboard customization, and here you go. Now, once you make your changes, make sure you save it as a new preset. This menu can overwhelm people a little bit, so I'll just break it down quickly for you. There's 2 things here. This is the application, so File, Edit, Trim, Timeline, Clip, Mark, View, Playback. That is the top menu bar here, all these things. And then this, Panels, are just different panels within the sort of bottom menu bar, as well as other menus within DaVinci. We're just going to click on all commands, and all we have to do is search for stuff. So click in the search box and type split, and if I scroll down, you'll see all the places where the word split exists, but split clips is what we're looking for, and you just delete the ones that are here, like this, and then you just type S for split clip. If we look at ripple, let's have a look. It's been so long since I did this. There we go. End to playhead, start to playhead. So it's in trim, ripple, end to playhead, start to playhead. Change those to be Q and W if you want to ripple delete backwards and forwards. So that's all you have to do. Just search through the menu for all these terms and you'll find it. There's resync media files. The select clips forward one, if we type in forward, here it is, yeah. Timeline, select clips, forward on all tracks is A. Forward on track is Y, so if you often select things on a specific track, like music or sound effects or whatever, you press Y to do that. I've learned something today. The last thing I would say is dial it in for a two-handed workflow, one hand on the keyboard and one hand on your mouse. This Logitech thing is just awesome because it's got the little thumb scroll wheel so you can slide across the timeline really, really easily, and it's got loads of little buttons that you can program as blades, for example, to split. You could go crazy and program this thing. I've got a whole video on this mouse. If you want to see it, I'll put a link in the description or a card at the end. So go configure your keyboard shortcuts and then get to work. Trust me, you have enough time.